We're joining here at the EPPS Park, and it's the continuation of the Runako Morton TDC Primary Schools Championship. This morning, today of course Thursday the 27th of June, we are having Elizabeth Pemberton Primary in the yellow. They're in the field coming up against the Ivor Walters Primary, and it's young Ajani Cornelius, the man called Billy, having a switch at that as it goes through to the wicket keeper. White signal by the umpire, and that's a problem we've been having with a lot of these primary schools. Lots of wides being bowled, not so many no balls, but lots of wides as the bowler prepares to bowl once more. Moves in now to bowl to Cornelius. Cornelius gets a good delivery, stands up straight and just pushes it into the onside. Coach Harvey though is not too happy with too many dot balls. He says, okay, I'm not because we're wearing maroon. We're not the West Indies team here, boy. Let's get some runs on the card. So I think Billy's going to swing now. Let's look at this, and that's that Beamer. And no ball, signal for height. Billy went under, deciding to get his helmet and himself out of the way. Free hit signaled by the umpire. So Coach Harvey telling him it's a free hit. You have all license to swing now. Don't dare play defensively here. Wherever it lands, you're going to swing. As he moves in now to bowl. Swings, he does. Doesn't really time it. It goes out to long off or races in, picks it up. And I think Coach Adelvin Phillip at the far end would be happy that he didn't go for a boundary. So the free hit delivery only getting one. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl to Kimani, I think it is. Bowls, he's pushing tentatively at that. It goes to the wicket keeper. And I think Harvey wants to see runs. So here goes the bowler from the pavilion end. Moves in now to bowl short and swings into the onside. The man is chasing after it. Can he pull it in? It's running pretty close to the boundary. He's chasing after it. Will he have a dive of? I think he touched it while he was over the rope, and I think the umpire agrees with me. So it was very poor work there in terms of the fielding, and it's gone for 4. So swung away by Kimani, gone for 4. So here goes now. Moves in now to bowl. This time he's steering it into the outside. They're thinking about the single, but they only thought about it. Both batsmen in park. That ends the over. So we've been having some rainy days, especially since the cricket started. But after all, it's June, the month of June, the commencement of the hurricane season and all. And we're praying that by God's grace we won't be affected by all these storms that we're hearing about. Possible storms. Swings it away. The man at fine leg races across and does poor work. Dives after the fact, and Harvey and company they are happy this time. It's gone for 4. So remember that in the first game, Ajani Cornelius, the man called Billy, he got 44 not out. Earlier today, he was clean bowled. Just before we got the camera going, he was clean bowled with a no ball. So here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's swinging that one. The man is coming in. Jump. Oh, he waited for it to land. He should have been diving forward for that. He waited for it to land, and so Johnny Cornelius gets away with that. He was high in the air. Possible catch. Fielder raced in, then stood up as if the national anthem had started to play and allowed it to land. And Billy gets away with that. Kimani looking towards square leg. I think he wants to pull wherever it lands. Here he goes. He's thinking about the pull, but it's so wide. He decides against it. White signal by the umpire. So the bowler opting to go over the wicket. I think advised by Coach Adelvin Phillip at the far end. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl outside the offside. Somebody drives it into the offside. Billy's thinking of the run, but Kimani decides against it. He didn't even move. Billy was taking a couple of steps down as if to say, let's go for that one. Kimani surprisingly didn't respond. Man was really deep. So here he goes once more. He'll be bowling to Kimani. Settles over his bat. Moves in now to bowl. He's getting a good delivery. Stodgily defends. Pushes it into the onside. Another dot in the scorer's book. I'm sure Delvin Phillip, who is also a medium pacer, would have loved that delivery. It was well bowled. It was well lined. Here he goes. Bowls. Not a bad delivery either. Again, forces the batsman to defend. Pushes it back up the strip. Another dot. The men in maroon soaking up the dots, as only the men in maroon can do. As here is the bowler for EPPS. Moves in now to bowl. He's bowled, but I think it would be a no ball. The ball bounced more than twice, and so that's another no ball. And it's going to be a free hit. So now we are seeing Kimani being bowled by a no ball. And I think that's what happened when Johnny Cornelius was bowled, because the ball bounced a couple of times as well. So they're making them play the game hard. You don't get wickets like that. Here he goes, bowls. This time he's driving. This time he's bowled another no ball. Again, it bounced twice. And this time he was playing the aggressive shot. Can we get a hat trick of clean bowls here? And I think that Delvin Phillip is questioning that no ball call by Jubri. But once the ball bounces more than once, I think it's more than once, it can't be legit. And so there he was having an aggressive shot and missing it completely and bowled again. Can the bowler, in terms of poetic justice, now bowl a legitimate delivery and hit the stumps for the third time? What happens here now? This time he's driving into the outside. The fielder comes across. Stop. Billy's stranded here. Somebody's stranded. Oh, but he gets back. Billy was ball watching, and Coach Harvey is hopping mad. He says, Billy, that's not good enough. He was ball watching, was Billy. He didn't move. He was in park. As a matter of fact, I think the engine was totally shut off. It wasn't even idling. And Kimani was racing down and almost got run out in the process. So Cornelius will take strike. He's a new bowler. We might just get the name of this bowler. He's a little man. Let's see what he can do. Moves in now to bowl. Not bad. That's a good delivery. Well pitched. He's a little man, but he's getting it up there. Hey. So it's young Elliott moving in now from the pavilion end. Little skip and a hop, and then he does a reverse. Dead ball signal by umpire Kian Pemberton. Bowls now, and he's flashing at that. It goes through. The bid is going off now. Kimani gets there, bat in the air and all, but gets there safely. White signal by the umpire. So it's going to be Elliott bowling from the pavilion end. And he'll move in now to bowl to Kimani. Some adjustments being made to the field. Delvin Phillip calling in the man from long on, and he's inside the circle, asking him to go a little straighter. And coming in some more too. Confident that Kimani can't clear them in terms of his strength. We saw yesterday VOJN one of the players hitting a couple of sixes, and that's going to be another wide. I mean, launched a couple of sixes. One of them went pretty close to the stand down there by Swannies. Big man six, I thought it was. Really hit hard. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Full pitch delivery. Swings into that. The man is close in now. He misfields badly. Let's look at the chase. Can he pull it in? I think he can. Doesn't touch the rope too. And they should have been going for another, because you knew that that return would have been weak. And surprisingly, Harvey didn't respond to that. Seems calm. And I don't think he'd be too pleased with the run in between the creases there. So that brings Billy back into strike. And for Billy, he goes right back on the ropes once more. So Kimani's the one. He's swinging at that. Goes past the keeper. They decide not to try to run. It's going to be another wide. So here goes once more. Moves in once more to bowl Elliott, to bowl to Cornelius. He punches it hard into the turf. Mistiming it badly there. And back up the strip to the bowl, it bubbles. So it's going to be Elliott once more. Moving in now to bowl. This time he's swinging into that. That's a lovely shot. The man at mid-wicket comes across, but only to retrieve. He really laced that. Oh, he laced that, did Cornelius. He latched onto it and slugged it through mid-wicket for 4. Really hit powerfully on that occasion. And unfortunately, it looks as if we're going to have another bit of rain, as we have had a couple of days now. Well, the ball has been returned. Umpire Ken Pemberton had a close look at it, making sure it's still in pretty good condition. Here's Elliott standing up to bowl. He slaps it into the offside. Is the man going to pull it in? He's racing across. He looks a little slow, but he gets there. And they've only settled for 1 because Cornelius is just getting home. So it went pretty close to the boundary at extra cover, and they only got 1. So here goes Elliott. Moves in now to bowl, this time to Kimani. Kimani's bowled! Clean bowled! Look at the celebration here. Elliott is celebrating as if they've won the World Cup. My goodness. Look at the celebration. Oh, they're to a man. And I'm certain that Coach Delvin Phillip would be pleased with that. Elliott picking out the middle stump there on that occasion. And so Kimani goes back. Misreading that one. Too full. He was on the back foot trying to defend. Too late. Bowled. Well, 6 of the 15 overs allotted have been completed. And the IWPS Primary batting first. They're on 44 for the loss of 1. That wicket we saw a while ago. So 44 for 1 after 6. So the action continues. Coach Delvin Phillip trying to get the attention of some of his players, making some adjustment in the field. Here's the bowler moving in now to bowl to Cornelius. He gets it on the full, but doesn't do much with it. Didn't time it, just hit it straight to the man at short mid-wicket. Can't score. So it's going to be Cornelius once more. Settles over his bat, moves in now shorter, and that might be a no ball, but it's swung away for 4. True square leg. And let's see if the umpire will signal the no ball, because he really latched onto that and he hit it hard. But I think it bounced a couple of times. Did he signal no ball? And I think no ball. So going for 4. A little bit too short, and Cornelius really whacked into that. Now he's signaling a free hit. So it was a no ball after all. So he moves in once more to bowl. And he's driving it into the onside. That one must have been pretty close to another no ball too. But no runs on that occasion. Here goes once more the bowler. We'll move in now to bowl to Cornelius. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. That's as wide as they come. The keeper comes across, sticks his foot at it and stops it. But it's a wide. So another run is added to the scorer's book. So here goes once more. From the historic Barthatel end, he comes, bowls, and that might be another no ball as he's driving at that. Let's see what the umpire does. Well, I guess he's getting a little tired there, Jubri. Marcus maybe saying, you know, I've been calling all of these. I might just give him a break. So rubs his hand in the dirt. Fortunately, the drizzle holding up slightly. The sun trying to fight its way through here at ETW. So it's a little bit of a war between the sun and the rain for the moment. And you know what they say locally about that. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. And that has to be a no ball. He puts his foot to it. He's a brave lad. That has to be a no ball. Jubri says no. I'm not going to signal that one either. I think he's tired, Jubri. Natural athlete he is and all. So he moves in once more to bowl. This time he's squeezing it into the onside as the ball crept along the carpet and he came down on it watchfully, did Cornelius. So the bowler will move in once more. Somebody tells him to keep it right there. That's a full pitch delivery, wide, and it goes past the keeper. The man at, where did he come from? I think he was at third man, and he raced across to stop it. And wide signal by umpire Jubri. Well, he's at long leg, a fine leg now, but I don't know if he was originally at third man. Here he goes, moves in once more to bowl, and that one crept along the carpet once more. And the new batsman has a switch at it. That ends the over. And based on our reckoning, it's about 50 for the loss of 1 after 7. So Dylan Elliott, who got that 1 wicket to fall, is preparing to continue from the pavilion end. And looks as if Cornelius is getting a hand as the drizzle increases now. Thought the sun would have won the battle, but not for the moment. Sun seems to be losing the battle. Bit of an overcast, and it gets really dangerous when it starts to head towards Saddle Hill. That's when it gets gloomy for the ETW. So it's going to be Elliott moving in now to bowl to. That shot on the bat, that's mighty close. Not out. That must have been mighty close because he was on the back foot, both feet planted in the crease. And what could that have been missing? Here goes Elliott moving in now to bowl to Cornelius. Little skip and a hop. This time he plays it back up the strip quietly, back up the strip to the bowler. So settles once more. He bowls shorter. He's switching at that, having a swing at it, misses. Tells the non-striker to hold up. I'm not going to run for that. So Elliott already has a wicket under his belt. Moves in now to bowl. Would love to get this one. Hits it down towards long on. They're thinking of the single. Moves in, picks it up, and gets a return in. Kejan, I think is the name, because I heard well done Kejan. So good bit of fielding. Got the return in quickly as well. Elliott moves in now to bowl to the new batsman. Full toss and a no ball. That has to be a no ball. Swung into the onside. And losing the script on that occasion. No ball signal by the umpire. It will be another free hit. So no ball for height on this occasion. So I'm sure that Cornelius needs no further invitation to swing. He's hitting it down towards long on. Can he stop it this time? He comes in, races and actually gets down and stops it. Gets the return in. So it's only one more. One more to the total. Kishan, it is stopping it nicely. So he has done a good job on the long on boundary so far. Lopes it up, he's swinging and landing just in front of the man at mid-wicket. Gets the return in quickly. One more to the total. And after 8 overs, just about 55 or so for the loss of 1. Well, the rain is here and we'll have to get out of the... So they're racing off because the rain has caused an abrupt halt in play. The only persons not racing off are the IWPS primary batsmen. We are at the Eater Park, and interestingly, we're going to have another one of those exciting matches in the TDC Runako Morton Primary School Cricket Tournament. Mudcross Prep will be coming up against the champion team VOJN. And today, of course, VOJN, I believe, will be tested by Rose and Daniel. So we'll wait and see what transpires in this particular game. Well, we're going to have the first ball of this game. It's VOJN in the field. They've been asked to bowl first. And so it's going to be Tijani who is going to start from the pavilion end. So the Mount Cross prep team deciding to bat first. So this could be pretty interesting. Here's Tijari moving in now to bowl the first ball. He's beaten and it goes past him. They should be running. And there was a bit of a hesitation there. And I think it will be biased. The stumps actually moved because I don't know how that didn't hit the stumps. The ball crept along the surface and the by signal. So they're off and running. 1 run on the score sheet by signal by umpire Dewberry. And FIFA referee international Kimball Ward now turn umpire pro, cricket umpire pro. So he can do a lot of stuff. He's very versatile. So it's going to be Tijari after making some adjustments to the field. The left-hander has a nice little stance. Waits on the bowler. Looks pretty serious, I can tell you. Saw him in the nets a little earlier. It seems as if he loves to give the ball a club. But let's see what happens in the real world. Still more adjustments being made to the field. And a bit of a hold up here. I really don't know what the hold up is all about, but the umpire is looking towards the pavilion. Don't know if he's waiting on a signal. Batsman has been waiting for quite a while now. Bowler as well. Well, they're finally getting things moving. Second ball of this wonderful game. And the bowler still having some issues. Didn't deliver. We'll move in once more. Here he goes. Finally bowls the second ball of this game. He comes quietly forward, off and running. That's good running. That's tremendous cricket here by the Mount Cross prep. Just pushing it in the onside, called his partner through, and they went through pretty easily in the end. And Skidder, Coach Skidder, not very happy with that. And this right-hand, left-hand combination, always a bother to fielding teams. They have to be adjusting. Even the umpire, Kimball Ward, would use this for fitness training, because if they get a single from every delivery that is bowled, Kimball Ward is intent on going over, crossing over. So here's Tijari once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's swinging at that. Again, the stumps moved. That's the second time in this over. I'm not sure how the ball didn't hit the stumps, but he really had a swing at that. Had he connected, it might have gone to Montserrat. So it's going to be Tijari once more. Looking busy. As he moves in now. Economical run-up, bowls, full pitch delivery again. Just missing the off stump as he has a swish at that. Beaten true to the keeper. So the batsman living precariously here. Looks like a clean bowl candidate, I could tell you. But if he connects, I think it's going to go far. Here you go. Somebody's telling him to watch about flatter fast. Here's another switch at that. Misses. Tijai would be a little disappointed not to get it on stumps. Elijah is the name of the batsman, being told to stop swinging. Well, here he goes. Bowls now to Elijah. He's across, and that might be a wide. Make that another additional run to the total. Crucial runs here for Mount Cross. Remember, in the first game, they got 90 with some 55 extras. So Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. That's down the leg side, struck on the pad. And you could see the difference when guys know cricket. They didn't even appeal. And I've seen other teams that would have been screaming their heads off for that. He knew it was well outside the leg stump. That ends over number 1. And the score is 3 for no loss after 1. Well, it's going to be Deshaun now, who is coming in from the batter till end. And he has a fan base behind us. Moves in now to bowl. He's dabbing at that. Almost looks like a Brian Labert type dab. It was flat and fast, and he was just trying to dab it. There's a man at third man, though. And he'll have to be able to work out which shots are really necessary. Moves in once more. This time he's struck on the pad, sent LBW. Struck on the back leg. Flat and fast, and the batsman was on the back foot defending. Struck on the back leg right in front, and Jubri has given him his walk-in ticket. Well, Rosen Daniel, the star of the Mudcross Prep first game, captain and all, picked up 7 wickets for 2 runs, but now he has to bat. Last time he batted, he was bowled for 1. And I understand from Wendell Micey Wallace, he almost cried. He takes this game of cricket really seriously. Now he's going out with his team in a bit of a hole. He'll want to make sure that he stays around for a long time and direct the ship. So he would want to get a decent score here today and lead from the front. Takes what looks like a center guard from this distance. So this is the main batsman for the Mudcross Prep team. And here's Deshaun moving in now to bowl. He's slapping it into the offside. The fielder gets in quickly and stops it. On the arms his return to the bowler. Can't score. So Daniel will settle once more. Here's Deshaun moving in now to bowl. This time he's just stroking it easily into the offside. The same fielder hustles in, stops it nicely. Quiet start to the innings here by Daniel. Here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Daniel. Loops it. Daniel is reaching a long way for that, and they should have gone through. Well, they have decided very late indeed to go through. And so I think that will be, well, it's a wide actually. So another extra added to the total. Here goes Deshaun once more. Moves in now, loops it. He's swinging at that. And it came off the bat, and he was standing there, but called through by Daniel. One more crucial run to the total. And if they could get about 20 runs from the bat, and hopefully another 30 from extras, could be a pretty interesting total to defend. But it's a lot of ifs and buts and maybes. They're playing against a champion team after all, the VOJN Primary. Here's Deshaun moving in now to bowl to Daniel. Daniel watches it flow outside the off stump. Thought about the single, but decided against it, and it's a no ball call. So it's going to be a free hit. No ball. He has overstepped Deshaun. And so there is no signal of free hit though. Here he goes. It's a free hit delivery. Backs away. Has a swing at it. Misses. Struck on the pad. And that ends the over effectively. And what support by the Mudcross Prep School. Looks as if 3/4 of the school is in the house to support their team. And that's very good. With the teams showing that kind of support. Makes for really good development for the young cricketers. Tijari will continue. He's having a swing at that. Again, the stumps move. My goodness, this guy, something about him and those stumps. He's swinging and missing in action, and the stumps just twisting out of the ball 3 times now. Here he goes. It'll be bowling to Daniel this time. Ball is flat and Daniel is quietly forward. Turns it into the onside. Can't score. Almost lazily coming down on that one. Seems to be in control. Tijari moves in once more to bowl. He's getting an inner edge. It goes down towards the vacant square leg position. They're not running quickly at all. That should have been 2. But very early Daniel settled for 1. Somehow he was just trudging through, really. Now let's see if the stumps will continue to move out of the way as Tijari is asking the keeper, why aren't you behind the stumps? So turns once more. Moves in now to bowl. He has another swing at that. My goodness, he really played a shot in anger. Saw that ball, and it seems as if the ball did him something because the way he went after that. And Daniel is trying to tell him, you could just stroke it into the offside. It's all the way outside there. Here he goes. Moves in once more. Tijari. Oh, that's an awful delivery. Trying a wrist spin on that occasion. And I think Coach Skidder and Micey, Coaches Skidder and Micey would not be too happy with that. You did what? Oh. No, maybe that was one from before. But so you didn't take off the sports menu one then? Oh, no, not that one. So maybe I pulled off the wrong one then. How? So, no, sometimes when you edit them, right? Sometimes when you edit them and you don't stop it as soon as you edit, it double over and do a highlight, which only a shot for the opening ceremony for the thing, for the primary school cricket. That was what I had for the first half an hour. And then if you look, you can see primary school like Ivor Walters versus Charleston Primary. You take the next half hour from that and join them together. That's what I did. And the Morton's menu. Okay then. Sorry about that, eh? Alright then. So the action continues with Daniel in strike. Here he goes. He's beaten, but that's going to be signaled wide. A lazy looking shot or flick there by Daniel. Looks a little casual in his stroke play. But he'll settle once more. These guys have been playing cricket since they were babies. Loops it up and just watches it throw outside the off stump. Looks up at the umpire as if to say, isn't that a wide? Umpire Jubri says no. You could have reached it. So deciding to loop that one up teasingly to Deshaun. Here he goes, bowls flat and short, and he's keeping it. It was keeping a bit low, and he was staying low with it. Almost dragged it back into his stumps there, Daniel. So not a lot of extras going to be given away by VOJN as well. So they'll have to make some runs off the bat. Here he goes, bowl. He's stroking it back up the strip to the bowler. Can't score, that ends the over. New bowler moves in now to bowl. He's tugging at that, comes off the edge, goes behind the keeper, who finally decided to chase after it because the young lady at long leg was watching him, hoping that he would come through. He didn't, so they get another single. And all these runs are going to add up, I can tell you. Every single run here made by the Maud Cross Prep School is going to be crucial to the whole arrangement. They would be like the Afghanistan in this thing here. And VOJN would be like the Australia. My goodness, that has to be a no ball. Will be signal no ball. Will be a free hit. As it came quietly forward, was in Daniel as it crept along the surface. So the ball bouncing several times, and that makes it a no ball. So free hit. He moves in now to bowl to Daniel. He's down the track. He has a swing, misses. Thinking about the single and then says no, stay. So he came down the track, had a swing, missed it completely. Stumps moved again, but it wouldn't have been making any difference anyway because it was a free hit delivery. Now let's see what happens with this one. Moves in now to bowl. That's another no ball, I believe. The umpire says no. Well, here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to Daniel. Daniel gets one that keeps a bit low. He comes solidly forward. Plays it back up the strip to the bowler. So Daniel, he doesn't seem to be the attacking type. He's of stodgy defense. He moves in now. Gets a wide delivery. Watches it through. Another wide. So, scored Skidder. Encouraging from the sidelines. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Again, that would be another wide. Signaled by the umpire. They're going to all that up. Here he goes now. Moves in now to bowl. Daniel is slapping this one into the offside. They're off and running. The man misfields badly. They should be thinking too, but you could hear the screams behind us. The Mudcross supporters very excited about that shot. Daniel slapped it into the offside, and they got a single. Here he goes now. Bowls. He's going after it a long way and took a long time to get back in his crease. The keeper obviously not knowing what to do, just held the ball in his gloves, and I think Micey Wallace is now indicating what he should have done. Full toss down the leg side, another wide. The keeper comes across, knocks it over. It's another wide. They're adding up, I tell you, and these could be crucial. Long over. Moves in now to bowl. He's hitting it in the air. Nobody. I thought somebody was going to get under it, but nobody got there in time. It just went high in the air, landed on the pitch, and that was the end of that. That ends the over. And so, Mudcross Prep living a bit dangerously, but still going along nicely. So we have a change in bowling from the bat to tail end as well. Here goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's slapping it into the offside, but TJ fields it nicely and gets it across to the bowler. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Slaps it in the air, but away from TJ. Going down towards mid-off for misfields. And settling for one very early. And Daniel, as the captain, should be looking for every additional run possible. He had made up his mind very early that it was one. There was a misfield and no chance of getting the second because there was too slow taking the first. Moves in now to bowl. That's a wide. No, it's not a wide because the batsman went all the way outside there and it passed between him and the stump. So would have been a wide had he just eased in and allowed it to go through. But he looks as if he's willing to put bat to ball. He's at least going to swing. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl and he's swinging at that. Got some bat onto that but didn't time it well. Goes bubbling out to mid-wicket, can't score. So here goes once more the bowler. Moves in now to bowl. He's bowled him. No ball though. because of the fact that it doubled up on the pitch again. And that's something they'll need to learn, that this kind of ball, well, apparently maybe I've even overstepped. So he seems that he overstepped. So it's a no ball anyway, and it's going to be a free hit. So on that occasion, the stumps didn't move. Did not move on that occasion, but guess what? The umpire's outstretched arm moved, fortunately for him. No ball call, and that was done pretty early too. So here goes. Moves in now to bowl. Another no ball because it's dropping, well, a white signal. But that was again bouncing several times. So the free hit's still in place. Let's see, he's going to turn now at the far end. And we'll move in now to bowl. Here goes, bowl. That's a better delivery. Hits it back up the strip to the bowler, who stops it easily. And he was being backed up there by TJ, who ran all the way around to make sure that they couldn't get any runs. There he goes, moves in now to bowl. That's a good delivery. He slaps at it. The wicketkeeper comes across and tugs it in. And that ends the over. Well, Elijah is the name of the batsman. He just had a change of bats. What does that do for him? Way outside the off stump. He watches it through. Well, that's Daniel in strike, actually. And it goes through to the keeper. So Daniel has batted very carefully so far. Moves in now to bowl. This time he jabs down on it belatedly. Foot movement lacking as well. Seemed to be glued together, but the bat came out and kept it out. So Daniel, I guess as he develops, he'll be a little bit more aggressive. As he moves in now to bowl to Daniel. Daniel gets one. Tries to turn it into the onside. Probably came off the pad. No chance of a run. So here he goes, moves in now to bowl. He's slapping this one into the outside. Timing a bit off. Fielder races in, thinks about throwing, and then passes it off to the bowler. One more to the total. And the water cart is on the field, the headmistress. Here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. That's as far as you could get. That's a wide. Double wide. So all of the teams have struggled with this. My goodness, the stumps moved again. And the dead ball signaled by the umpire. I think the bails fell off when he was about to bowl, and probably his hand hit the stumps and knocked off the bails. So these games, they're all about development of these young cricketers, all about learning. Moves in now to bowl. He's swinging and missing. The ball strikes him on the pad, well outside the leg stump. Here he goes once more. Moves in now. That's a no ball or wide. Wide signal by the umpire. The bowler not looking as if he's too keen in what he's doing here. He's moving in once more to bowl. Outside the off stump, left alone. That's another wide. They're going to add up. These wides going to add up. The only hope they will have is that Mudcross will be as generous as they have been. Last time, as I indicated, Mudcross got 90 and 55 of those were extras. Here goes, bowls. That's another wide, and he goes past the keeper. Daniel calls him through. And two more to the total. Two wides. They're trying to encourage the bowler. He's struggling, definitely struggling. He moves in now to bowl. This time it's on stump, turns it into the onside. Thinking of the single, but it's Deshaun there. He's quick and can't score. So after that water break, we have a new bowler coming in from the Bartotel end. And he'll be bowling to, I think it's Elijah is the name. Moves in now to bowl. Outside the after Elijah tugs into the onside. The man comes across, feels well. Brilliant bit of feeling that. And I could tell you that Deshaun and Tijari, two of the better players in the team, they play first and second division cricket. They play in the big leagues here. Moves in now to bowl. Full toss down the leg side. Left alone, wide. Another one. It adds up. So, prepares to bowl once more to Elijah. There goes, bowls to Elijah. Left, well, he hits it into the outside. Daniel calls for the run and gets it. And well taken by the keeper in the end. But one more to the total. So, Daniel in strike now. Medley or Menti, I'm not sure, is the name being encouraged here. See, moves in now to bowl to Rosen Daniel. That should be a wide. Signaled by the umpire. Most of these overs are normally pretty lengthy because of the number of wides that are bowled. Moves in now, that's another one. They all add up. You get 20 wides or 30 wides, and you get 20 off the bat. That's easily over 50. Could be a challenging score. So, we're moving once more to bowl. Where will this one land? That's another wide. Daniel just eases in and allows it to go through. Another wide. This over might be finished next week. Medley it is. Walks back to his bowling mark. Still getting some encouragement from his fan base here behind us. Moves in now. That's another wide. Umpire Jubri won't have to exercise after this for another year maybe, as he extends the arms. No. I think the bowler getting a little flustered here. He moves in now to bowl. Better delivery. He left it alone, but why on that occasion? Because Daniel was looking up at the umpire as if to say that's another wide, but that was pretty close to his off stump. Now we'll have to be very careful with these leave alones. Moves in once more, bowls. He's stroking at that. Hits it back up the strip to the bowler. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. That's another wide. That's a broad. Well, just look at these two here. Look at if they're in park. We're just having a conversation. Here goes, ball. That's one on stumps. He just puts the bat to it, stops it. And the umpire having a quick word with the bowler. As that's not the end of the over. So, having a quick word with the bowler there, some advice. Moves in once more to bowl. He's stroking it back up the strip to the bowler, and now they're going to go through for the run because he misfielded badly. Daniel gets home. Well, we just missed that one, but Medley has knocked back the stumps of Elijah, and so the celebrations begin. VOJN has struck, and congratulations to the bowler. Keeper is going to bowl because he's going to change pads. Somebody else will be going, and looks like Deshaun or Tijari is going to go in the gloves. So Elijah comes back. The action continues from the pavilion in this time. The wicketkeeper having some difficulty getting his helmet in place. So we have a new wicketkeeper, as the person who was previous wicketkeeping apparently is going to bowl. So here goes, moves in now to bowl. That's a wide. Keeper does well, knocks it down. But another one adds to the total. He goes, bowls this time. Probably struck on the pad there, Daniel. Looking a bit casual as he tries to defend. Seems to be a little bit limited with the foot movement. So he needs to work on that. He moves in once more to bowl. Again, both feet planted as he's trying to flick, thinking about the single. Went for it late. And they still got it easily in the end. So 2 more wides. Oh, he swung at that very late indeed. The young lady at long leg has a lot more work to do. Gets a return in. Here's Marion, moves out to Daniel, strokes it nicely into the offside. Fielder comes in. Is he going to try it away? No. Underarms his return. And 1 more to the total. So Marion it is, moves in now to bowl. His swing and a miss, struck on the pad. Somebody asks the umpire, how is that? But that's hitting him outside the leg stump. So here he goes once more, Marion from the pavilion and bowl. That's a good delivery. Oh my goodness. Had a slash at it and he got the in edge. And he went between himself and the stumps and they pick up another crucial single. They continue to add up here. As it's Omarion. And he'll be bowling now to Daniel. Oh, that's quicker and way off course. Tijari had to go a long way to stop it. So far, after the rain this morning, the weather holding up pretty nicely. Bowls now. Another wide. Allowed to go through. Another wide adds up. He goes, moves in now to bowl. Another wide. Didn't think too much about that. Just hustled, turned, and bowled the ball without too much planning and preparation. So, Marion, as would have been the case with many of the other bowlers, having some difficulty here. That's better. Strokes it now. He gets in the way, stops it nicely. And that ends another over. He's driving into the offside. They should get at least 1 here. And they get it very easily in the end. Here he goes once more. Bowls. He's turning it into the onside. They're off and running. Challenging the arm there of Deshaun. But he gets the run. Well done. So these runs adding up. Crucial runs. Oh my goodness. That's as wide as they come. Another. Where did the umpire signal? Maybe his arms are getting tired. I'm not sure I saw a signal from Jubri on that occasion. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. Loops it up. Better delivery. He's swinging at that. Beaten through to the keeper. Here he goes. Bowls. Loops it up now. He's punching at that. Goes back up the strip to the bowler who races across and pulls it in. So, moves in once more to bowl. And my goodness, the off stump moved. From the time he missed that swish at the ball, You thought that the off stump would be tumbling over, and somehow he just eased out of the way. Moves in once more to bowl. There he goes, and he's getting back onto that. Thinking of this, well, start, stop, lots of stuttering there. Finally returns to his crease. That ends another over. Marion it is. Moving in now to bowl to Daniel. Daniel just raises the bat and watches it through. White signal by umpire Jubri. Would be interesting to know if they've gotten to 30 wides as yet, because I indicated that would be a healthy contribution as he's driving a full toss down towards long off. The man races in, stops it for the moment, tumbles over two, gets the return in now. Somebody says good work. They're encouraging the VOJN supporters. Here he goes, bowls, he's slashing at that, like as if to say, get off of me. Hits it into the pitch hard, it bounces into the onside, can't score. Here goes, balls and wide. And Tijai was trying to get the fielder to stand up. She seems a bit tired though. Here goes, balls, that's another wide. Batsman didn't even look at it. White signal by the umpire. Here he goes. Omarion bowls. That's better. Swung into the onside. They're off and running. Challenging Tijari on that occasion. He comes around, can't prevent the single. One more to the total. Here he goes. Bowls. Turns at that. Good work by the keeper. Diving away to stop it. White signaled. So I think the champion team would be a little disappointed. No matter what the result here, they should be able to do a lot better than that with all these wides. They shouldn't be bowling so many wides. The way that they've been coached by Micey Wallace. And here goes, bowls, another wide. So, and they're going through for the extra run. So that's two more to the total. So Skidder and Micey would have paid a lot of attention to these youngsters and helped them to develop. They shouldn't be bowling so many wides. But to the benefit of the Mudcross Prep team, Wides is unofficially the top scorer so far. Bowls a full toss. He has a switch at that, through to the keeper. No harm done. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. A switch will be belatedly, and another white signal by the umpire. Omarion would want to finish this over this week. Moves in once more to bowl from the pavilion end. Bowls, he's swinging at that, and it goes between him and the stumps. So beaten on that occasion. He goes, moves in now to bowl. He's swinging into that, gets back into that. Fielder races across. Speedily too. Chose the return in. Bowler picks it up, and that's the end of another over. So another no ball. So another no ball hitting the stumps, and then a wide bowl to follow up. And so that's still with the free hit delivery. As he moves in now to that's another wide. These VOJN champion team would have a lot of homework to do, I could tell you, if they're going to win this championship. They can't be giving away all these wides and hope that the other team does the same. It's another one, another wide. Jubri won't have to go to the gym anytime soon. He would have extended his arms, almost 50 times today. Oh, that's a full toss. Comes off the edge in the air, drops ahead of the keeper, and a no ball signaled by Kimball Ward. He doesn't just know football, he knows a little bit about the game of cricket, even though he's doing square leg to square leg today. I think that's a bit of an affront, though, to the FIFA referee. Shouldn't be doing square leg and square leg. Here goes balls now. And this time he's clean bowled. Uh, But then that's a free hit delivery. So it can't get any worse for the VOJN team. They're not getting the wickets as they would want to. So here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Another wide. I would really love to know how many wides have been bowled so far. And the champion team, defending champions, must be disappointed with that. This time that's better. He's switching into that. They're off and running. And I thought that they could have done a lot better, the fielders, but very slow in reacting. One more to the total. So when you add up these ones and ones and ones along with a whole lot of extras, could be a very good score to defend. And the champion team, even though they have some good batsmen at the top, will have to be careful here. Here goes balls. Daniel is swinging into the onside, but he didn't really belt into it. Easily stopped there by the captain, I think it is. So here he goes, moves in now. That's a no ball. Well, wide, signaled as the ball went way down the leg side as well. Certainly bounced a few times coming down too. So the bowler, number 6 on his back, seems as if he's up to the challenge to bowl till next week. He's slapping this one down the ground. Is the fielder going to stop it? She comes across, watches it pass, it goes for 4. The first boundary of the afternoon. Full toss and slapped away by Daniel, and it crosses the rope for 4. The young lady came across and then she had a close look at the ball and said, well, you're looking very good, just go ahead to the boundary, and just watched it go through the ropes. So 4 runs to Daniel, first 4, and Mudcross making a serious challenge here, aided by the whites, of course. Here goes bowls. This time he's watching it down the leg side. That would be a wide. And the young lady comes across, feels it, but wide signaled by the umpire. I think the wicketkeeper TJ is looking a little flustered here. Another wide. He wants to go and bat. I think he's fed up of being out there, TJ. The bowlers are not helping him in that regard. Strokes it easily into the offside. Again, the foot movement by Daniel very limited, so his coaches will have to do some work on that. His 2 feet seem to be glued together, even though the bat is making the movement. Needs to move those feet. This time the right foot comes across as he watches it float. Another wide. But the bowler looks nonplussed. He doesn't seem as if he could bowl this all day. He could do this all day. Somebody behind me screams, another wide. They can't believe that this is happening. Coach Skidder wouldn't be happy at all. Neither Wendell Micey Wallace. There goes ball. That's better. He's stroking it nicely, but well stopped. Well fielded. That's good fielding. And the over finally comes to an end. Somebody is screaming their support for Vojen. We have a new bowler, number 12 on his back. Let's see if he can stem the wide flow. He starts with a wide and goes to the keeper, who looks really casual with that. Long leg comes across. The young lady gets a return in. 2 more wides to the total. 2 more runs. So Daniel in strike. Moves in now to bowl. Turns at that one. It's going to be another wide. Moves in once more to bowl. Better. Oh, good attempt for a catch that. Got both hands straight but couldn't hold on. Daniel gets a life. So Marion moves in now to bowl. That's another wide. Sorry to sound like a stock record, but this could be no. Punches it into the upside. The man looks as if he was sleeping, and then he woke up and then he stopped it. So it's only one, restricting it to one. But it didn't look as if he was in the game for a moment there. Balls now full toss. He's swinging it. That's a brilliant attempt. And floors it. He was flying across, diving away to his left. I think he got his hand straight, but just couldn't hold on. So Daniel gets another life. Here's Omarion bowls. This time he's playing it along the ground. He's thinking about the single, but the bowler does well. Picks up with one hand. Another dot. Here he goes once more. Bowls. Daniel gets one, keeping low. Strokes it up the strip to the bowler. So suddenly, VOJN supporters saying much better, applauding. Here goes. He's swinging into that. Going aerial on this occasion. A shot in anger. Fielder comes in. He gets the return in. One more to the total. So one more run to the total. Well, Deshaun back into the attack. Here he goes. Bowls. Comes solidly forward. They're thinking of the single. This could be interesting. But he's home. The return a little late. Even though they hesitated. So Deshaun once more. Moves in now to bowl. And he's bowled. Clean bowl, hitting the stumps very hard there too. Celebration here by the VOJN players. And we have some supporters here. They're into it. They're into it, I tell you. Would be interesting to find out what the score is. Daniel comes down to have a quick word with the new batter. He's the captain. He has been there for a while. He has struck the only boundary so far. Here's Deshaun bowling now from the batter to the end. Bowls. Off the edge, goes past the keeper. Third man, well, third woman, the young lady comes into view. And gets the return in. One more to the total. Coming off the edge on that occasion, going past the keeper's glove. So Daniel back into strike. The Rosen brand. Here he goes, moves in now to bowl. Deshaun bowls. He's stroking. That's a lovely shot. Staying low with it. Low full toss. And he was leaning nicely into the shot on that occasion. Foot movement really looking good on that occasion. Here goes once more. Bowls. This time he's solidly and looking for the run. This time challenging the fielder. He's coming through. He makes it. They're getting overthrows. So they're coming back for the second. Might even look for a third. Somebody's saying go back for the third. And the fielder throws the ball all the way up towards the bowler. So they could have probably gone through for a third. Crucial runs here for Mount Cross. Deshaun will be bowling once more to the captain, Daniel. Here he goes, bowls short, and he's stroking it past the bowler who dived despairingly. Stopped nicely by the young lady at mid-off and gets the return in. So one more to the total. More frustrations for VOJN. That ends the over. Well, it's going to be the final over. It will be bowled by Tijari. He's swinging into that. Despairing effort there. The man races in, stops it nicely. And They settled for one, but Rosa and Daniel deciding to go aerial. It's final over and all. They're going to try to see how many more they can squeeze. I think they have enough to challenge really the champion team. But they might just give away the same amount of extras. That wouldn't help the cause. Punches into the offside. They should be running. They're thinking too much. Stop stuttering. Stop stuttering. And being told that he should have gone through for the run. Daniel trying to get him on strike. Carl Tuckett. Here he goes once more. Balls. He's stroking it, but this time straight back up the strip to the bowler. Another dot. So here he goes once more. Moves in now to bowl. He's having a switch at that. The keeper takes it. Another dot. So final over, not very expensive so far. So here goes Tijari. Moves in now to bowl. Swings it into the onside. They should look for two, but I think Daniel wants a strike, so he's going to tell him to stay. So one more to the total. Really and truly, you should be trying to get two, final over and all. But Daniel doesn't seem as if he's too quick between the creases, really. So he's going to look for the big swing now. Let's see what he does. He's swinging, missing. And they've been asked to run. He's going to have a shy. He's going to throw it away. They're going to run again. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting. He might throw it away again. He has hit the stump. Direct hit. He's gone. He had all three stumps to aim at. And well. Celebrations for VOJN, but I think that Mudcross Prep have a pretty good total on the tins. We'll have to wait and see what it is. But I think they can work with what they have against the champion team of all teams. Could be interesting when they bowl. Well, young Daniel, the brother of Rosen, one of them, has decided to perform the role of coach for the team, having some fielding practice here with the team. Well, just to inform you that the Mudcross Prep team got to 97 and 64 of those runs contributed by extras. Now that is an interesting fact and could be a crucial one too. How well the VOJN team will handle this, we'll have to wait and see, because they'll have to also get past Rosa and Daniel, who picked up 7 wickets for 2 runs in his last outing. So let's wait and see what transpires in a few. Well, the Daniel brothers on the field, assisting with the field setting, assisting their brother Rondre, who interestingly enough is going to start. Now this is going to be really interesting. Main bowler going to start. Wants to break the back of this opening partnership of Tijari and Deshaun. Two very enterprising young batsmen. And I think if they could get past this opening partnership, we could have a game on here, folks. But these two batsmen, they are very exciting. So we'll wait and see what happens. But Ranji Daniel is a formidable young off spinner. And it could be really interesting here. This is a matchup. This is what matchups are made of. Somebody's asking about the wicketkeeper not having a helmet. And I think there are specific rules here that these cricketers should be helmeted, keeper and batsman. Now I think most of the pundits around the grounds would have been looking for this kind of matchup. This is one of the moments that you look forward to. It's going to be Rondre Daniel to bowl to Deshaun. Micey Wallace just made a valid point. Bowls. He's stroking it into the offside. That's a lovely looking shot. Reaching for it and stroking it nicely into the offside, but settling too early, I thought, for a single. So Ranjay Daniel right away on the length and line, but stroked nicely there by Deshaun. And 1 run. So Micey Wallace made the point that he cannot bowl from both ends. So I think what he's trying to tell the batsman is that you watch him carefully and then you just milk the bowling from the other end. So it's going to be Daniel once more. Moving in now to bowl. He's stroking it again. That's a nice looking drive. The man goes down. Half stops it. Recovers quickly. 1 more to the total. Make that 2. So both batsmen reaching nicely to the delivery. Striding into it nicely. So that's Daniel moving in once more. Bowls. Good delivery. Struck in the air. Dropping well short of mid-off. But certainly a false shot that by the batsman. Not in control. Gets another single though. So 3 runs to the total. Here goes Daniel. Moves in once more. Looking busy. Loops it. Now he's swinging into that. Took it on the full and it might have gone the distance. It just dropped inside. It's gone for 4. So he looped it. Maybe got out of his hands. I'm not sure. But Tijaris, well, Deshaun swung into it lustily. He hit 3 sixes in his previous encounter. And here was hitting it powerfully away for 4. Here's Daniel moving in once more. He's keeping that one out. That was dead on stumps. Forced him on the back foot, but he kept it out. So they're not going to be kept quiet, and that makes it even more interesting. Daniel moves in once more to bowl. He's swinging! And he might be run out. He's going to be run out. He's going to be run out. What a mix-up here. What a mix-up. Well, the umpire, let's see what's happening here. It seems as if he has not been sent. Well, I'm not sure what happened there. But that ends the over, and the batsman will continue to bat. You explain that to me. So you must say that, generally speaking, the VOJN batsman, they negotiated Daniel very well. Bowls, he's stroking it. The bowler comes across and stops it. He's pretty much on a good line, the little one here. So this could also be interesting. They might be looking to play out Vojen, but they might have a bowler somewhere who can bowl a decent line and pick up a couple. Outside the off stump, he's slapping it in the air, but it's going to run pretty close to the boundary. It's going into the boundary for 4. Slapped it down the ground for 4. So lovely shot that by Deshaun. Moves in once more. He's slapping it again through the offside. It's going to run away to the boundary. Another 4. Crashed it through the offside. Deshaun teeing off now. And you could see that he's just about ready to tee off. He's driving, this time going aerial. The man races in and poor effort to catch. Jumps in front of him and goes for 4. 3 consecutive boundaries. They want to finish this in a hurry. 4 more. So 3 consecutive 4s. And it looks as if Deshaun has decided that he's going to finish this in a hurry. Moves in once more. Ball. That one kept a bit low. Japs down on it. Pushes it into the offside. Fielder races in. Overruns the ball. Recovers quickly though, but 1 more to the total. So that would bring Tijari into strike. He wants a piece of the action too. Moves in now to bowl. He's going after a wide delivery. Couldn't get to it. Goes through to the keeper. 1 more to the total. So it looks as if the Mod Cross bowlers will reciprocate when it comes to these wides. Bold, full toss, swings into that. And it has gone the distance, I think. Well, the umpire says no, it dropped inside, but it's 4 runs. Both batsmen teeing off now. Ends over number 2. They're off to a rocketing start. Vojen Daniel will come in now to bowl his second over. And first over was negotiated very well by the 2 batsmen. Let's see what happens this time. Bowls. He's off the edge, down towards the 3rd man position. And the fielder races in. They've settled for 1, as was the case in their first match. They're not very anxious to run 2. So, here's Daniel. Moving in now to bowl. Hits it in the air. And the fielder allows it to land in front of him. But that was a possible chance there. The fielder waiting on it to land. But he was not in control again, the batsman. Now, Deshaun always seems to be willing to go hard at the bowling. Settles over his bat now. Let's see what his attitude will be. He's driving. That's a lovely shot straight down the ground. The fielder races across, slides, and it goes across the rope. That's a lovely shot. Straight down the ground for 4. And they have the support, I can tell you. Vojen Daniel bowls. He's hitting it in the air once more towards the boundary. The fielder races across, only to retrieve. It's gone for another 4. Well, well, well. They want to finish this in a hurry. And they have the support too. Even though it's only females they're supporting strong. Seem to know the game too. Well, of course, Vera would know the game. So, last time around it was 3 consecutive boundaries. Will that happen again? Daniel bowls. He's sweeping, and it's going to be signaled wide, I believe. Goes past the keeper. Daniel looking a little flustered now. No wide signals? Yes, wide. So 1 more to the total. So they're giving back a couple of wides as well. Coming up against the champion team, Vojen Daniel would realize that he's coming up against 2 batsmen who are a little better than the others. Nice stop that at mid-off. And almost a run out. Almost a run out because he was running down with bat in the ear. Not good running between the creases there by Tijari. Well, I think that's Tijari. Here goes, bowl. This time he comes solidly forward, showing him the maker's mark, and that's the end of the over. That's as wide as they come, goes past the keeper too, and decide not to take the extra run. So 1 more to the total. So here he goes now, coming around the wicket. He's stroking it into the onside. The fielder is racing across. Can he pull it in? I don't think so. It's gone for 4. Daniel tries despairingly to pull it in, but it has gone for 4. So the umpire will signal 4 more to the total. Runs keep coming, and they're coming fast and furious. Here goes now. He's driving down the ground. What can mid-on do? He races in. He stops it though. So 1 more to the total. I think that something was pointed out to me earlier. These 2 batsmen will get away with a lot of possible chances because they hit the ball so hard. Unlike a lot of the other primary schoolers, these guys have been playing cricket at a different level, and they hit the ball hard. So even if there's a catch coming, the fielders wouldn't want to put their hands to it. Strokes it nicely into the offside and misfielded badly, and they're turning for the 2nd run. So 2 more to the total. They might even get a 3rd. Kill it. They might even get 4. I think they're going to get 4 because this man has to come from a long way, but they decided against it. So the runs coming fast and furious. So Tijari in strike once more. And that's as wide as they come. He has an attempt to swing it into the onside. Wide signal by the umpire. Here he goes. Moves in once more to bowl. He's stroking it into the offside. Anybody home? He extends his arms, pulls it in. One more to the total. So I think it's Deshaun in strike now. They have very similar build, and you could get confused easily. He's stroking it again pleasantly. Well stopped by the youngster. And one more to the total. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's hitting it in the air. This could be one bounce, two bounces into the boundary for 4. Again going aerial. And just swinging into that. Straight down the ground for 4. Remember, they're chasing 97, but they're really going about it at a rapid clip here. So the bowler will be coming around the wicket, and he'll be bowling to, we'll have to tell you in a bit. Bowls, he's stroking it into the offside. There's Daniel coming across and stopping it nicely. No chance of a run. So it's Tijari in strike. No, Deshaun in strike. Tijari is at the far end. Deshaun settles, bowls. He's turning it, fine. The man races in, stops it, and one more to the total. Moves in once more. Tijari now in strike. So Tijari in strike, settles now. Slaps it into the offside, puts a foot to it. Can't score. Well, if they're struck harder than that, and I am not advising that he puts a foot to that at all. So it's Linari moving in now to bowl. He's take your hand out of the way. I think he thought better of it, and it was crushed, and it's gone for 4. It was crushed, and he started to put his hand towards it, and then something told him that if I put my hand to that, it will be going with the ball. And so he pulled his hand away quickly. I told you they hit the ball hard, these youngsters. Here goes balls. He's driving in the air. Daniel trying to make a catch of it and falling over in the process and throwing it away. So they're going to get a couple more. Looks as if the batsmen are winded. So runs are coming. And they're coming a bit too easily here. That time, let's see if it came off the pad because he was swinging. And I almost believe it touched something leg by it is. So Vojen Daniel trying to get his fielders exactly where he wants them. He's going to bowl his final over. He has decided that he has to break this partnership. It doesn't make sense to wait until it's the last over and then come in when there's all the runs are coming now. So he's going to bowl his final over now in the hope of breaking this partnership. Here goes, bowl. My goodness, the stumps moved. He was comprehensively beaten there. Playing on the back foot was Tijari, and it went through him, and the stumps moved. So Daniel Moves in once more. This time to bowl to Deshaun. This time he's quietly forward, off and running. And they get the single very easily. So one more to the total. Even the ladies are into the mix here, saying that just seam out and then bang the rest. So they know that Rosen Daniel is the danger bowler. And they're saying just seam out and then you bang the rest. So Daniel making some adjustment to the field. Will prepare to bowl once more. Making some more adjustments to the field. Here he goes. Moves in now. He's driving. They're off for the single. So one more to the total. Might even be two. Thinking about it, but the other batsman was not interested. I think he wanted to be on strike. So it's going to be Daniel moving in once more. Full toss, drive down the ground. The man is running across, just watching it through to the man at long off. They're coming back for the second. And we'll get home. He was struggling though. He was struggling, but he got home. Tijari definitely was struggling there. Daniel moves in now to bowl. He's swinging into that. He's heading towards the mid-wicket boundary. The man from long on had a long run, comes across, misfields, goes behind him, and they will get two more. Two more to the total. So the runs keep coming, even when Daniel is bowling. Here he goes, moves in once more. He's swinging in there. Anybody home? He waits for it to land. Lands safely. And they have decided to stay for one. Definitely was trying to heave him out of the park. That ends the over. And so Rosen Daniel will have his, I think that's his full quarter of overs. He looks tired. He looks flustered. Things haven't gone his way today. And that's how cricket goes. One day you're up, one day you're down. Well, we understand that 71 is the score for no loss. And that made in short order. Well, new bowler. So, some adjustments being made to the field. Let's see if they need what. We'll get back to that in a few. He's swinging into that. It's gone over the rope. It's gone for 6. Full toss, and that's his 50. His second 50. His second 50 of the season so far. And they're asking for water. But my goodness, this youngster has batted superbly. Second half century. Here goes now. Moves into bowl. And this is a no ball for height. And it will be a free hit. So 78 the score for no loss. So here goes once more. And that's another no ball, I believe. Well, a white signaled. And then the free hit is still on. 79 the score. He's going to go over the wicket now. 79 for no loss. Let's see. Prepares to bowl once more. There he goes. Full toss. Swung away. It's another 6. My goodness. They're signaling on 1 foot down here. My goodness. They know how to signal 6 as well. My goodness. 84 the score. 84 for no loss. Not a lot of runs left now. Looks as if they want to finish it in this over. Here he goes. Moves in once more to full toss again. This time he slaps it into the outside. Going down the hill, the man comes across, stops it. And they'll take a single. And the free hit is a no ball again for height. Well. So Tijari is back in strike. Somebody is asking for TJ to hit a 6. Can TJ hit a 6 as well? Deshaun is the 6 hitter mainly. He can't hit a 6 with those. He tells him no. He wants to strike, does TJ. Don't blame him. Think the free hit is still on? Is it? Maybe not. So, here goes once more. Moves in now to bowl to TJ. He was trying to reach a really wide delivery, trying for all his worth to get across, and just couldn't get there. Another wide. I've lost count. But it can't be far off. And it looks as if it could happen in this over, the victory. Bowls, he's swinging bold, he's clean bowled. Tijari is swinging, but that's a free hit delivery. It's a free hit delivery, and so he's not out. So after asking him to hit a 6, his dad, Coach Skidder, has said, okay, just bat you now. Since you couldn't hit the 6, then just bat you. Finish it without loss. He's driving down the ground. Deshaun gets out of the way. The fielder comes in, misfields. They're going back for 2. And now the return comes in. And they might even think of a 3rd. But, and it was a direct hit as well. So, here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. He's again reaching a long way for that. And can't get to it. White signaled by the umpire. Don't think a lot of runs left for victory. We'll settle over his bat once more. Here he goes. Moves in now to bowl. Full toss. He swings and misses. Looks a little frustrated because unlike Deshaun, who has been latching on to those, he has missed out. His dad now is telling him to take his time and play the game. Stop trying to hit 6 now. Deshaun is a 6 hitter, but it's going to be a free hit. He should try for the 6 from this one. This is a long over. He's swinging into the onside. They might get 2 if they hustle, but good fielding here. Good return as well, but misfielded badly. Are they going back for the next one? This could be interesting. And now they go for it. Well. Mudcross struggling in the field badly. So this long over continues. It has been a long over. Moves in now to bowl to Deshaun. Deshaun is swinging into that one, and it's gone for 4. Even though there's a disappearing dive over there, it's gone for 4. Deshaun has been latching on, and I think they're calling them in. I think that might be the game. And so that's the end of the match, I believe. Is that the case? The umpires are waiting for a signal. They have been told 1 more. So 1 more run required at the end of that over. No, it's not. Is it? Is it the end of the over? Looks as if it's the end of the over. So I think we'll be having the last ball of this innings because it's only 1 run required. 1 run required, but I don't think he's going to push and run for 1. The way he has been batting, he's going to look for the glory like that. Swings into it. The man races in from long on. Fields it with 1 hand, and that's the victory. That's the victory. VOJN has won. It's a comprehensive victory this for the VOJN team. The champion team winning 2 on the trot, and Deshaun certainly continues to bat like a real champion. Second half century, in the tournament so far. Well, Dishon, you have been batting tremendously well. How do you feel about your innings today?
Very good.
Very good.
Yeah.
Seems as if you're intent on hitting sixes too. What's it with the six hitting? Once they come to hit, you're gonna hit.
Yeah, yeah,
This is what your second half century for the season.
yeah.
How many more you think you can get?
Three more?
About three more. You ever gave a thought to 100?
Yeah, yeah.
You like to get 100.
Yes.
You think you could get 100 in 15 overs?
Yeah.
Quite possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have 200 shots. You're the defending champions. Do you think you could win this tournament again this year?
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes.
Well, all the best. Continue.